Your job is not your source. I've worked with many people over the years, people who felt stuck in the jobs that they hated, but they kept at it because there was a belief for many of them that their job was their source, meaning that they felt that their job was the only source and only lifeline to their receiving any income and to their own identity. But today I wanted to remind us of this truth, that your job is not your source. Your source is your source. Source is that greater power that we are a part of, that we're connected to, that is the truth of who we are. Some people call it God, the Great Spirit, the universe, divine presence, infinite intelligence. All of these words describe that thing, that creative energy that runs in and through all things, that nourishes you, strengthens you, supports you, provides for you, leads you, and uplifts you. That is what source is. And so your job then is not your source. Your job is but a vehicle by which source can provide for you and through you. I'm wanting to decouple this and separate it out because many people confuse our jobs being our source. And we're in a situation right now in this pandemic where millions of people are losing their jobs. It's heartbreaking. And there are people that I know who still have jobs and are working, but they're fearing that their work and their jobs are going to go away. And so when I talk about your job not being your source, it's not to have any discompassion or lack of compassion for what we're experiencing, but to be able to remember that your job and your source are two separate things. Your job has been one vehicle by which source has been able to provide for you. And if that job is gone, source is still there to provide for you. What a blessing it is that there are many forms of relief and assistance that are now being made available to people. That is a way that source provides for you. And it's okay, completely okay, to ask for help if you need it. And sometimes we're called for ways to see if one vehicle is gone, to ask, what is another way that I can allow source to provide for me? What are other pathways in the infinite number of pathways that are available that we could allow source to provide, not only for me, but for my family and for everyone? What is that possibility? And so today, what I want you to do as an exercise, if you choose it, is to really look at all the ways that source is already providing for you. Look around your life, look at the people that you have, the connections, look at your home, look at your refrigerator, even look at this wonderful living room that I have in the background. I'll be truthful with you. This is actually not my living room. This is a photo that I found on Google by Googling nice living room that I'm using as a backdrop. And so what a blessing it is to have Source provide me this beautiful backdrop that I'm now able to share with you. So go ahead and look around, just notice what are the ways that Source is already providing for me, and what are some ways that I could allow Source more vehicles and pathways to be able to provide. When we consider all the ways that Source provides for us already, there's one response that bubbles up to the top. And that response is gratitude. We say thank you for all the ways that Source already is providing. And so in the midst of all this, my heart goes out to you and to remind us that we can rest in this idea that Source is always present, that it's infinite and abundant in its nature. And what we can do is always turn to it and remind ourselves that Source is here. And sometimes we just have to recognize it. So I want to thank you for listening to this video. If you found it helpful, go ahead and click like and leave a comment. Tell me what you thought about today's video. If you know of anybody else that might find it useful, go ahead and press share and follow me to receive my other videos that I do. If you want to learn more about me and the work that I do, go ahead and visit my website. My name is Joselito Ladencia. I'm a spiritual life coach and I'm a trainer for organizations on the topic of personal leadership. And you can find me at abundantgood.com. Peace and blessings to you. Namaste. And may you have a beautiful and blessed day. Take care.